Hi there, beasts. Your first game in the Pep, your debut season, and you're playing sweaty. Such an aggressive team, but you know them very well as you two are pals outside the Pep. I've heard that you're good buddies and you went to the same school. So obviously this is a bit of a grudge match, a local derby. What's your thoughts and feelings going into this match? Are you confident, especially knowing the fella, having some insight into him? What's the thoughts and feelings going into this match, your first Pep game of the season and ever?
Obviously, my first game of the season, first Pep game. My opponent's Sweaty, know him very well. I think he's a good player. I think that he's a good PES player, but not a good club. I think he's good at what he does. I think he can get the job done. I think he'll be a threat to our team. Obviously, we're experienced now. We're ready for anything. We're just waiting for 9 o'clock, really.
Mala, you're already not making sense to us, beasts. You're experienced now. This is your debut season and your first game in the Pep. That statement sounds a little bit delusional to me, lad, that you're experienced now. And you've answered a lot of questions that I haven't asked yet, but fair enough, it saves me breath. Saves me breath, wee lad. So you're feeling like you can be a threat and all that, but okay, well, you've answered most of the questions. In fact, you've answered questions I didn't ask, and then you've not answered the questions that I did ask. So, are you confident going into this game then? And secondly, is there any standout tactical things or individual players that you're reliant upon that you think are going to cause him problems? And likewise, is there players on the opposition side or any characteristics about the oppositional team or manager that you're worried about?
No nerves, not scared at all. I think I'm pretty ready for this game. Obviously, it's my first game and I'm gonna feel a bit, a little bit off, but nothing that we can't handle. Obviously, Sweaty, one of our close friends from school, known him for quite a while now. It's gonna feel just about his bragging rights gonna come through too, so I have to be on my top of my game. Probably gonna be one of our main players in today's lineup will probably be just Gay. Obviously, he's a quality player, holding our midfield together, getting that nice physical contact in there, keeping our spiritual strong. And obviously, we have Ben Yedder, our lethal striker, coming in, trying to put some goals away. But on the other hand, for Sweaty, his players, I've been looking at his transfers and they've been pretty weak to me, losing a lot of top quality players such as a Motd, but he's still got an okay team, to be fair. One of his players, probably his danger man, will probably be Ivan Rakitic, as he's quite a skillful and malevolent player.
Right, B. So, lad, I'm starting to like you, lad. I mean, I feel for you though, because you've come in and you've said you're experienced. Yet you're about to play Sweaty, and beforehand you sound very confident and calm. Good on you. And you're also talking about they're a weak club, you've stated. And you've also criticized their transfer activity, calling that weak as well. So more or less, you've said Sweaty are weak, which could be argued shows a lack of experience since you've got to play them in a couple of minutes. But it's very interesting stuff. We wait to see if your confidence is justified, beasts. I mean, yeah, the players you mentioned that you've got, they're good players, and we look forward to seeing them in action tonight. And yeah, we're gonna wish you luck now, and thank you for your time. So good luck for your and welcome to the Peps and to the madhouse.
Cheers, thank you.
Hello, it's Bob here. Welcome to the new season. How are you feeling going into this game against one of your best friends, the local rivalry? Has there been words at school or wherever?
Well, yeah, there has been words, but I don't see this as a hard game in the season, Bob.
Oh wow, no respect whatsoever with Mr. Sweaty. Listen, he's labelled you as a weak club with a weak transfer policy. What you got to say about that, Mila?
Well, I don't really think I have a weak transfer policy because I like the players I use, you know. They might not be the highest rated, but I have some stars, and you'll see tonight that they are top quality players.
I forgot one question. Talking of star players, isn't it affecting your confidence that Rakitic is refusing to play? Is that unsettling the camp?
Well, yeah, that is unsettling, but I know I've got a few reserves for him because I know I've got other players with talent. You know them ones.
Well, we're not going to keep you so close to kickoff. You sound very confident, so we're going to leave it at that for now, I think. So we look forward to speaking to you. I'm sure you'll be looking to improve upon your 7th place finish. Usually you're in the top.
Cheers, Jeff.
Sweaty in the yellow. They're coming forward, creating. They dominated most of this game, creating loads of chances. There's Lucas, more of a wayward shot. He should have done much better, David. But they're through again. And look at that. It's a great save there, Milik, who they tipped for big things. You'd expect to finish that. And that's a chance missed, but wonderful save. And here's Sweaty again in the yellow, dominating the debutants' beast. And Minson's through, and they've missed again. They're squandering chances here a lot, and he puts his hand on his head. Yeah, he's clearly very disappointed, the South Korean. He knows that he should have done better. Oh, here's a rare chance here, Manuel. What a turn by Ben Yedder, and he's gone near side. God knows why he's done that. He could have pinched it for beasts. Well, it's their first season against their rivals, so they are still in it. Here's Milik again, left foot. He's put it wide, and they're squandering. He's got his hands on his head as well. It's as if Sweaty are auditioning for Heads and Shoulders advert. And here's Ben Yedder again. He's through. He's got to. Oh, he couldn't do it, and I will credit the keeper for that one. He spread his wings like a butterfly and pull off a magnificent... Ben Yedder again, Dave. I'm calling you me. Ben Yedder, that's another wonderful save. The goalkeeper's played the blinder there because Beasts couldn't...
So you said they were a weak club. You said with a weak transfer policy. Beast, you played your first game in the Pet ever, and it's played out as a 0-0 draw against Sweaty. How do you feel about this result? Let us know.
Well, disappointed actually. Could have won a game. We could have won a game numerous times. Obviously, playing the ball to Ben Yedder. No composure there. Could have scored a fair few times. A good game. Tough. Yeah.
So you're looking for a new striker then. Seems like you're finishing late. You're down. Seems to be like you're telling a story of domination. But at the same time, it's conflicting because you say it was a tough game. So you're disappointed with the point. But again, Sweaty, many will see that as an impressive result, but we're yet to see what Sweaty got this season. Anyway, you were confident and you've managed in your first game to get a positive result. How does that set the mindset now going into the second game and the rest of the season?
Well, obviously we got Telford next for game for week 3. Telford Tigers. Feel confident in that game, I'm not gonna lie. I know we can beat them, beating them pre-season. I think everyone's beating them pre-season. My strikers, they're fine. Obviously we need that one striker, you know, dominant force, but Ben Yedder seems to be doing fine at the moment, still a threat. Just couldn't finish his dinner in the last game. But yeah, I'm pretty confident for the rest of the season. You know, you just gotta have that belief in that and have Buffon in goal, protect your net, and then you're fine.
Okay. Well, good luck for that game in week 3 versus Telford Tigers. You seem to have written them off somewhat, but Sweaty had written you off. If you listen to the manager and the pre-match interview, they implied that you'd be light work, and they've come away with only 1 point. So be careful there, writing off Telford Tigers. Thank you for your time. And we don't know whether to congratulate you on your first point because you don't seem overly satisfied with that. But again, thank you for your time and good luck going forward for the rest of the PEP season. Welcome.
Cheers.
Sweaty, first game back. 0-0 draw. You got a point on the board and kept a clean sheet. Is this a positive result for you or a negative result? You said it would be easy. Were you surprised by the...
Well, I wasn't that surprised. I know he's not bad, but I just feel like I didn't finish enough, and I really should have clapped him. Yeah.
Alright, well, you said it was easy, so you're kind of sticking to it, but then you're saying it's not that bad. I'm confused. So it's a matter of finishing then. Well, we saw it and it did look like you had a lot of chances. Do you think you missed the Mobley or Mandzukic, or do you think it was just a case of bad luck and he just had a lucky day? What do you put this rusty finishing down to?
Well, I put it as a case of bad luck, to be honest, Jeff, because I really don't think he's that good. But he's not bad. But I really think it's a case of bad luck.
Oh, fair enough then. So a positive performance, and just for a bit of luck, you would have got the 3 points, would you say? So would you say you're going into the next game and the rest of the season positively off the back of that performance?
Well, I'm going out this positively next game, 100% going out to win. I've got no fucking care. I'll just score now because I've just had enough.
Alright then, positive and fighting talk there from Sweaty. You sound hungry, but you also sound sick as a parrot. Maybe that was because of what Beast stopped you. What do you think of Beast's chances this season?
Well, I think he's got a good chance. I don't think he'll win the league, but I don't think he'll do bad,
Interesting. So you've changed your mind about them a bit, cause in your post-match you said to us they were easy. So much respect to them, and we look forward to seeing you in your next game. Good luck and thanks for your time.
Cheers, Jeff.
And welcome to the first interview, first game of the season, and we're here with Inter. How are you feeling about this? About your first game against Stoic?
Yes. In regards to my first game of the season, I would say I'm quite confident. It's been a good pre-season camp with the boys. Lots of new additions that have settled into the club really well. Played a couple friendlies against clubs such as Alchemy, Beast, Sweaty, Telford. So yeah, I'm feeling confident with how I'm gonna play, and I know Stoic are a hard opposition to have in your first game back, but I'm pretty confident.
That's good. Obviously, you and Stoic have a little bit of a history together, and rumours have it that you two are not on good terms right now. Could you elaborate on that?
Not really too sure how to reply to that, but I don't know where you've heard these rumours, but it's hard to talk about because it's not like anything's out there that we have bad blood, but I guess you could say that there has been a bit of bickering between our clubs over certain things, but that's not gonna affect us in any way. So yeah, I don't know what he's gonna say about it, but we're not affected by that kind of stuff. So yeah, man.
Obviously, Stoic are a top quality club, but they have never beaten you. So is that going to give you a bit of confidence going into the game?
I'm pretty sure you got your facts slightly wrong there, but I think he beat me the first game we played last season. But you know, it's a new season, new players, everything seemed to have changed, like 2 new clubs, someone left, Rapid, and yeah, like last season's kind of in the past, so we don't really want to refer back to what happened last season. You know, we felt like we had a lot more to prove, and this season we're confident that we'll prove that.
Okay, thanks Inter, thank you for your time.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Good luck for the season.
We're here with Stoic. Welcome. Are you feeling confident in your first game?
Yeah, very much confident, you know.
Good. Could you elaborate on the fact of the history between you and the 2 clubs? Rumours have it that you 2 are not the best of friends at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think I have any friends, so there's nothing special no special relationship between us and Inter, you know. With regards to history, 1 win and 1 draw, so, you know, they'll probably be very keen to change that and get a win in there. We'll do our best to ensure that does not happen.
That's what we like to hear. Obviously, you're quite a strong club in the Pep, winning 4 titles so far in your time. So surely you should have a bit of confidence going into this game, and you might feel a bit at ease.
Yep, you said it.
Cool. Thank you for your time.
Cheers. Likewise.
It, and that's 0-0 in the first game of week 1, and here we have Ian Ant there, a lovely chance there. Dybala maybe should have showed a bit more composure. I love their jersey. And they're up against the Champions Cup champions, coming forward again. Here's the left back there, wonderful cross, and it's not a great header, but he's under pressure there, Dybala, and he's captain today. That's very interesting selection of captain, young boy like him. Cavani, oh, and that's dangerous. Stoke have been quiet, they haven't created anything, but you know, they've, as the 4-star suggests, they're multiple champions. It is where Perisic, it must have been a signal for Inter because that's their ex-player, and he's against the one of play, put Stoic 1-0 ahead, and they just dwelled on the ball. Look at Odwizu, I can't say his name, and he's lost it to Perisic, who punishes his old manager and says, you shouldn't have let me go, boss. And you know, Champions Cup champions ahead, and now they got some steam. Messi got a shot in the 71st minute, and he really should have scored that. And even though they haven't created much, Emmanuel, they're making dangerous chances. Gilt edge, yes. And now they are through again, and that's a prime example of the gilt edge. Good play by Sterling, one of the more understated players at Stoic, but he.
Hello, and we're back, and we're here to talk to Inter. Inter, obviously, it was a poor performance by you, losing 2-0 at full time. Can you tell us anything? What happened out there?
To be honest, we didn't even play bad. It wasn't a poor performance from the lads. Just, you know, we need to get back in the swing of things. Obviously, it was always going to be tough playing Stoic first match of the season. But we created, we had more possession, more shots, looked threatening most of the time. But Stoic, they did well and they took their chances, and yeah, we got punished, but it's promising from us, and I definitely think we'll bounce back next game.
Obviously, your confidence beforehand didn't exceed into the game. Can you elaborate on that thought? What, like, you were so confident about going into this game, you were prepared. Like, was it defender's fault, midfield, attacker? What was it?
To be honest, it's not anything to do with positioning. An annoying thing is our captain Nzonzi was down, So we had to play Fekir in centre mid, who he usually doesn't play there. And it wasn't really down to any of that. It's just they punished us when they got their chance, and you know, that's what top clubs do, and yeah, that was what was our downfall in this game. But you know, like, we're still confident. It's just it's only the first game, and yeah, we'll definitely bounce back next game.
So there needs to be a bit more variety in the squad. From what it looks like, you're relying on Nzonzi, hoping that he can carry your team into victory. Do you need more variety?
No, that's you must have misinterpreted what I said. Obviously, Nzonzi is a massive part of our club. He is our captain and everything. However, that's not to say that we don't have depth. I mean, it was just annoying because some of the people that we were going to play in replacement to Fekir in centre mid were down. And, you know, yeah, we definitely have squad depth, but we'll bounce back next week.
Okay. Thank you for your time and good luck for the rest of the season.
Cheers.
And we're here with Stolbeck, who are victorious over Inter. How do you think the team played in that performance?
Badly. But the reasons, nothing to do with the team. Good players. It's just and the opposition, they did good. But yeah, it just wasn't really a good environment I was in. Getting distracted, and it was also the first game. I was struggling to get used to the speed of the screen and everything. So it was a bad performance, but yeah, and missed chances as well. So nothing really to be, you know, too happy about in the performance.
Or was it just which team could finish the better?
No, it wasn't just chances taken. It was both teams did have chances, but we created much better ones. So it was a case of the way in which he played and the way in which I played dictated to the kind of chances we were afforded, you know. And I think we had to. Don't want to speak too much about it, but obviously we knew what Salah was bringing, so we had to sort of respect that. So he didn't really get the Salah chances. He was getting to the byline and crossing high, and Varane and Motd dealt with it. In our case, we was getting behind his defence and cutting it back, and creating good chances from those situations.
So your attacks were more straightforward and more aggressive than his was, like straight to the point, trying to get them goals. Would you say that your strike was more lethal and took those opportunities well?
Yeah, I mean, we were quite direct, but I think that was more because of what he was doing that dictated a bit to what we was able to do. You know, he had like this high aggressive press, and so it didn't really, you know, allow for us to build more patient, careful attacks, you know. Yeah, so it was that way. And with regards to our strikers finishing better chances, no, I wouldn't say that was the case, you know. We just created enough chances to win. You know, we actually wasn't that clinical. When you look at it, Cavani's had a good chance, missed. Messi had a ridiculously good chance and missed. So I'm not going to credit the strikers, you know. In the end, we took the chances, but we created enough chances to win 2 or 3 games today.
Interesting. Well, good luck for further games and into the season.
Cheers.
We're back on the 4th game of the season, and we're here with Genesis. Obviously, you had an alright season last year, getting 2nd place in the Champions Cup and 4th in the league. How confident are you today going into your first game?
You know what? If we get a positive result today, we'll have to really dig deep, be resolute, and really grind out a result. You know, we're a team where anytime we play on the front foot, and we try to play with a confidence and a swagger. That's enjoyable to see. But right now, you know, we haven't trained, or trained in the past 3 or 4 weeks, and you know, the team's not as in sync as they could be. So, you know, Genesis are a bit in a bit of disturbia in that sense, to be honest with you. So today is a case of try and be solid, try and be strong, try and grind out a result. Of course, you know, it's the start of the season, it's a long way to go. But yeah, it's a good time to play Genesis, to say the least.
Anyone in particular in your team you think will stand out tonight?
Listen, we don't even know who we're selecting tonight. Yeah, that's how much of a mess we're in right now. All I know is that we're going to try our best to win the game.
There's been a lack of organisation in the club, not really, or hasn't been time for you to sort your team out.
Yeah, it's not a case of lack of organisation. It's just we're victims of our environment at this point in time, where we're living in a place where there is no fibre broadband. Therefore, we're unable to train and play the game as we would usually do. So, yeah, that's the case at the minute. We're having to play somewhere else in an environment that we're not used to, where we've never been before. And to be fair, if anything, that shows a lot of commitment and dedication to this team.
Okay, cheers for your time, and good luck in the fixture. And we're here with Honey Badgers. So, how well do you think you're going to do in your fixture today?
In my fixture today, I think it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be my first game online. So I'm unsure. It's very hard to say exactly how well I think I might do. Sort of going to be me putting the feelers out to see what my squad is like in a competitive game online. And I think ultimately any result that is better than a loss will be a positive one.
Are there any key players in your squad today? Anyone that can stand out and try to get you the win?
Yeah, without a doubt, there are quite a few key players for us. I think, you know, some of the signings that we've just got in, Jesus is a player that we're looking to really push on and make the difference. Players like Hulk, Forsberg as well. Lots of players in the squad that we hope will be able to make that big impact in today's game. But ultimately, you know, form generally dictates these sort of things, and hopefully, you know, they're in a position to go out there and do the business.
It's good. Any score predictions for tonight? Thinking to get a good result?
In regards to score predictions, I think we're going to go with. Do you know what? We're going to go for a 3-2 victory for Honey Badgers. Anybody that goes out there and thinks they're going to lose needs to stop being part of the league. You know, I think you've always got to go out there and think you can battle and get a win. I think, you know, from some of the comments made by the Genesis manager, who says he's rusty, you know, don't ever take those comments serious. I think they're always there to maybe lull the other manager into a false sense of security. We're going to go out there and we're going to give it our all, and we've got some decent players to do that. And we hope, you know, to go out there and yeah, put on a good show for the Badgers. Yes.
Oh, cheers. Thank you for your time.
Just look at the stats. How have they got that result? And then Genesis played Honey Badgers in a game that ended 2-2. Not sure what's happened to all the highlights for that game, but it did end 2-2. And are you getting sick, David? You don't sound yourself, actually. Well, I think I am coming down with the flu. Merton's got one for Genesis, and Suarez the other. And yeah, I think Honey Badgers are taking the lead with Gabriel Jesus and a goal from Vardy. Jesus, man of the match. Oh, here it is. Here's the highlights here. Sorry, guys, not sure what our broadcaster's done. all the dangerous crossing there. So let's have a look how it transpired. We know it was 2-2. Lovely save there by the Honey Badgers keeper, keeping it at 0-0. Here comes Dres Mertens, turning the Honey Badgers fullback inside out. It's a lovely cross and a wayward header by Mertens. But then Mertens makes up for it on the 49th minute with another headed chance that he puts past the keeper, wrong foots the keeper, and that's good team play there. Vidal to Bellerin, and there you go, keeper wrong footed, and the favourites Genesis 1-0 up against the Spoon Man. But they look a different side this season as they pounced on a loose ball with the lonely Gabriel Jesus from Zebra, smashes it home past De Gea, who many say is the best keeper in the game. And then Honey Badgers turning inside out, on form Jamie Vardy shows how sharp he can be in front of goal, and he's looking like he's got a bit between the teeth this season, and they've put Honey Badgers ahead. Look at that foul, that's typical Honey Badgers there. They're ahead and they're saying no, but unfortunately Suarez wasn't taking no for an answer, and at the second bite, pun intended, he's tapped it home. I like that word play, David. Yes, the game was, it looked as if Genesis were going to actually pinch all points, but therefore another good save by the keeper, and we've seen a lot of
Good game, 2-2. Do you think you could have snatched the win?
I think when everybody watches the highlights, they'll know full well that when it got to 2-1, that was all I could have ever snatched. And, we're going to have to go back to the drawing board and hopefully sort out our defensive issues. We apologised to Genesis straight after the game for them not getting the win. And, we should have been punished. But fortunately enough for us, we managed to keep out that third goal, and we're quite happy with the draw. Sadly, we didn't want to have to say this, but we did say 3-2, and if we did manage to sort out what was going on up front, I mean, shout out to Jesus, who's unbelievable for us, an unbelievable signing that we've managed to get from Zebra, and hopefully people better look out, because he's not only good at scoring goals but creating goals as well.
That Jesus was your danger man, the man that really made things work for you today.
It's got to be Gabriel Jesus. He's a fantastic player, almost as good as Leo Messi, who's currently smashing Tottenham to pieces. But yes, it's got to be Jesus, as that young kid in the meme says. Jesus Christ!
Alright, cool. Cheers for your time. Good luck for your next game. Genesis, or obviously drawing 2-2 with Honey Badgers. Are you happy with that result, or are you quite disappointed?
The Genesis of old would have been very disappointed with that result, but we're trying to learn from our mistakes from last season, and one thing we tend to do is be a little bit too arrogant at times and feel like by just showing up you can beat certain teams within the Pep, and we learned last season that that's just not the case. Every opponent is very, very tough. So to come into this game with Honey Badgers, who are very unpredictable, and to be fair, on their day they can beat anybody. Also considering the fact that we haven't been able to train or play the game, we're satisfied with the 2-2 draw.
Anyone stand out? Any main players today in your first game of the season?
Yeah, it's got to be Arturo Vidal. It's his first competitive game with the club, and he played excellent. Really aggressive, breaking up the play, and playmaking, to be fair. So his all-round game was superb today. So yeah, he's got to be the star guy for us, as well as David Silva. Made a great impact when he came on and he helped set up the goal. So yeah, a few great players we mentioned there that really made a difference today.
For your time, and I wish you good luck for your further games. And we're back with the second game of the season here with Alchemy United for their pre-match interview. How are you, Alchemy?
Mr. Mala, I'm glad to be in this interview. I'm very well, thanks, because we've just eaten. We've had a really good kebab from Tooting fish and kebab, I think the shop's called, Deliveroo. They messed up my order. I really gave them a good rollicking, like I will do to my players if they don't perform well in our first game of the season. I gave them a good rollicking, and they gave me a meal for free. The driver from Deliveroo couldn't get here. Second time that's happened. Anyway, got my meal for free and a £5 credit. So the players are happy, the manager's happy, because the manager of Alchemy is a simple man, and we've just eaten. Probably in about 40 minutes we won't be so happy, but yeah, you asked how we are, and that's the answer.
That is what we like to hear. Anyway, on to the game against Boa. Do you think you're going to get a good result out of him? Obviously, it's both your first games of the season, and you are currently the champ. Do you see Boa as a threat, or is he just light work for you?
Yeah, we're not really into predicting results, to be honest with you. We don't mind stating our intention, as we did last season. Last season, we stated our intention was to win trophy, and this season, the intention is to represent ourselves very, very well as the Pep champions, as the current league champions. We just want to give a good representation of what that should look like, you know, representing our Alchemy United Football Club, a very old, strong establishment with many trophies. It's been a long time since we've had a trophy. We got one back and proved that we are still champions, and we just want to, you know, give a good account of our football club. That's the intention. Boa, we do see as a threat. You know, I think Aspas is bang on form. We expect Boa to turn up late to the game, or if they turn up at all, we know they'll be scared of us. They know what it is, but we do see them as a threat. They've got some standout players, and they have got some dangerous things that they get up to in the 90 minutes. But at the end of the day, every team in the Pep's a threat. But, you know, they're quite disorganised. I know they'll be scared. So whether they turn up or not, we don't know. But that sort of like gives us the upper hand, just that alone. But yeah, we do expect them to be a threat.
I know you stated that Aspas is currently on form and that he might be a bit of a danger. Is there anybody that you're in particular that you're looking out for in this squad today, or even anyone you're looking in your squad to take your team to victory?
You know, man, if you were here last season, I know you're fresh to this league, but you know, last season, what won us the title was we were a well-oiled machine, meaning there was no one particular part that stood out. If you look at a car, you don't say, right, let me take off the windshield or let me take off one wheel, because it doesn't matter that much. The whole car won't work. So we were a well-oiled machine that just functioned very well, basically, and did what it was supposed to do. And we're hoping for the same sort of thing again. So no standout players for us. We just expect everybody to do their job properly, and that should result in a good result. As for Aspas, you know, of course he's got to be a threat. This was the leading goal scorer last season. It's a team that finished in the bottom half of the table, albeit I think they finished 6th, which is, you could say, was mid-table. But for a mid-table team to end up having the top scorer in their team, it shows you how dangerous that player can be. And once he's on form, you know, playing for a manager that's very happy with him and all that, you know, he can be dangerous for sure, like we stated before. But at the same time, you know, we're well known for our defending, and when you play in a Pep, you're always going to come up against one dangerous attacker, if not more. There's always a killer waiting to get you more time, no matter who you're playing. So yeah, Aspas of course is notorious now, and I'll be looking for the captain Ramos to marshal our defence and live up to our reputation of having an organised, solid back line.
Obviously, Boa is seen as a weaker club than most people are in the Pep. So, like, he's seen as the underdog against you right now. Would you say that gives you an advantage in this game?
Yeah, they'll be seen as the underdog because they're a weak club. Correct. Their club is very disorganised. They can't really manage themselves, and they're an inferior team, correct? Because we're the champions and they've never won anything. I don't even think they've ever finished in the top half of the table. Does that give me an advantage? I'd say no, because the pressure's on me, basically. Everybody knows Boa are dangerous, and I think clubs like Boa who tend to run away from responsibility, be scarce come match day, basically cowards. They thrive being the underdog because there's no pressure on them. So if anything, I think it's advantage Boa.
Oh, okay, well, good luck for your game and we'll be seeing you afterwards.
Alright, cheers mate, thank you very much.
On to the second interview and we're here with Boa. Can you tell us how confident you're feeling for this game?
Yeah, that nigga right there, that's the motherfucking champ. So to be honest, we're going in very relaxed and very free because, to be honest, if we win, it's a positive. If we draw, it is what it is. If we lose, no one's really going to say shit. So we're just going to go in there and try to keep what we was doing last year. What else can we do?
So are you confident that you can get a result today? Obviously playing the champ, it's going to be quite difficult for you. Do you have any standout players that might want to perform for you today?
Yeah, to be honest, we're putting a lot on the back of Tom Huddleston right now. I want to see that guy waving. I want to see 2 feet. I want to see long shot. You know, that guy is light skinned. That's all we respect now. So yeah, I expect to see some shit from that guy.
Is that relying on one player or your whole squad using a variety of players?
Nah, the rest of the squad is black as night. We can't rely on them. We rely on that light skin nigga. That's the game plan, really, to be honest. That's how we gonna feed it. But to be honest, you never know who's gonna turn up and do what on the day. That's one of the joys of my club. We find ourselves surprising ourselves with who's gonna pull it out the bag. I mean, last season, no one would have guessed certain players were gonna do what they were gonna do, including us. So as the season pans out, we'll see who our standouts are, because yeah, we never know till it's time. And it's time.
Alright, cool. Cheers anyway, and good luck for your game, and we'll see you after.
Very heroic goalkeeping, actually. Yep, now Boa versus Alchemy, the league champions, and Isco's gone for an early crack. 2 minutes in, doesn't trouble the keeper at all. Look at this run by Lasagna. I love Lasagna, and he's through, and it's forced a great save there. But honestly, that was known for the defence, and he's got through. Lovely ball by Pogba outside of the boot, and that's caused the goal in the 80th minute. Not a lot of highlights here, tight game. But Pogba with a splitting pass. Mane, look at how he drags his foot over the ball there to put in the exquisite cross for Icardi, who shows why he's the newly selected number 9. But Boa didn't give up, coming straight forward. Barrios, lovely dribbling, and All Black is called upon again. And the theme continues, doesn't it, Emmanuel, of goalkeepers doing heroics during this week 1 for their side. That's good defending, but it's only out to Delafu. Can they equalise? No, they couldn't. And it was a 1-0 win for the league champions.
And we're back with Alchemy after the game. 1-0 win. Are you happy with the result?
Yeah, I'm very happy with the result. Of course, it's 3 points in the bag. It's a clean sheet, you know. But more importantly, it's 3 points, and that's what we come to the party for. To go home with 3 points in our bed. Fornicate with it. No, yeah, we're of course we're happy with the result. That's what we went there for. It's a tough game, tougher than I expected. But yeah, so even more so, we're happy with the result.
Do you think there was any standout players in your team today who really led your team to victory?
Listen, Mala, I'm going to be straight with you. We couldn't even really play our normal game because the connection was one of those where the lag bars could have shown up at any time, but they didn't. But it was ultra slow or slimy, I'd describe it. Like the players were moving through slime or quicksand. So literally I was struggling to put 2 passes together. So to pick out any outstanding player is difficult. Who would I say? I think Pogba did alright, you know, because the sort of game it was, his presence, you know, it wasn't even so much his quality, it's just his big presence in the middle, because the game was just on the edge, scrappy because of the connection. And not least say Icardi. I started him because Mbappe was down, and it was out of him and Mbappe to start up front. I was really confused as to which one I will pick, but then the computer made Mbappe down, so that did my choosing for me. Aguero was fully up, but you know, when it comes to the heat, you've got to go with who you're very sure with. So it was Icardi in the end, and he scored a goal that none of my other strikers would have scored. It was a header right near the end of the game, which clinched us the victory. So it has to be Icardi. He led us to victory, and yeah, my defence obviously managed to keep them out, which was great considering the circumstances, and we needed somebody to score the goal to clinch all 3 points. So I'll give it to Mario and Icardi.
Blaming the lag for your win, or were you blaming that on how he performed?
Yeah, I'm blaming that on how I performed. Yeah, I am indeed. But at the end of the day, it matters not, because we came to represent what last year's Pep champion is, and we did exactly that. We're playing Boa in adversity. We couldn't string 2 passes together. We cannot play under those conditions, and yet we found a way to win. So yes, we're blaming lag, and we're also blaming our mentality and resilience and knowing how to get the 3 points for the end result.
Well, good luck for the rest of the season and in further games.
Yeah, thank you. Good luck to your friend Beasts. Good luck to them also. Just want to shout out to Boa. I mean, they as much as the conditions played a big part in the game, they were tough. They knew what they were doing. They were direct, and defensively they weren't too bad. It's just we couldn't really play our rhythm, passing rhythmic football. But you know what? They were physical, and they were direct, and they're gonna give people problems. Cheers.
And we're back interviewing Boa. So, how do you think the game went? Obviously, you lost 1-0, but do you think you could have got a better result of the game?
Yeah, it's a fight. Whatever happens, happens. I felt like that was a game where, yes, it was very, very tight. We could have swung on anything. In the end, it was the quality of Icardi that did it. Precise finishing. In them kind of games, that's what you got to do. But at the same time, we don't think we wasted our chances. We used them well, and their defense was up to it. So it's a fair fight. But yeah, you know, same old. We know what we came to do, and we pretty much did all of that. Everybody knows what you're gonna get from us, and I think when you see the game, everybody needs to know that's what's gonna be happening all the rest of the year. I hope your defenses are up to it.
Was there any key players in your team today that stood out for you, who made everything work?
No, I think what we had there is everyone just coming together and doing their own thing. Everybody did what they were supposed to do. Without one, you couldn't have the other, etc. We don't really want to be focused on any one player. We want to be, you know, just flowing, water, wave. That's what last year was about. We're there, and for us, the next stage is just about pressing that trigger, shooting on sight. That's what this year's going to be about for us. So, yeah, definitely not one player. We want to be that club that really anyone's turning up at any time doing anything. But if I'm going to pick one, I'm going to say Motd, and it's got nothing to do with defending.
And we're here, second game in game week 2, with Zebra. Obviously, for the first game of the season, how well do you think you're going to perform against Telford today?
We're going to do what we have to do, really. It's actually first game week for both Zebra and Tigers, because this is the game that Wanderers should have played. But yeah, we're just going to go out and do what needs to be done, and just go through the correct processes. And if we do that, then we should get the victory.
Anyone in your team that you're hoping for a good performance today? Anyone you're looking forward to see perform?
No one in particular. No one in particular. You just want all-round top performances from everyone, from all the 11. You know, I'd rather all the 11 perform than one person stand out, and that's what we want every week. What I will say is, if we detect any hint of lag, we will be clapping the ting. We don't condone lag. This is just a message to all you lagging clubs out there. We just don't stand for it. So if there is any lag and the score's still goalless, we will be just clapping the game.
Obviously, Telford are a new club, and do you think your experience in the Pep will help you win today's game?
Yeah, I'm sure that will play a part. I'm sure it will, but you know, they've got a useful lineup, so I'm sure they can do stuff. I'm sure they'll be a threat, but you know, experience does play for something. But then also, naivety can sometimes be an advantage. So you never know. You never know.
Okay, well, cheers for your time, and we'll see you after the game. Good luck.
Cheers, mate.
Now we're back with Telford Tigers. Telford, obviously you're a new club in the Pep, and how confident are you going into the game tonight?
I mean, I'm very confident, you know. I'm not worried, I'm relaxed. Made a few key signings today. Yeah, I'd say I'm very...
Are there any key players in your team today you're looking to see?
I mean, yeah, I've got a few. I've been playing recently with Motd. Moble's been banging in. Shame I can't play with Firmino today because obviously he's on loan from Zebra. But yeah, Sanchez as well. Sanchez has come to mind as a key player, along with Thomas Muller in the Tiger side, especially after Sanchez has just clutched United the winner. I believe he'll be doing bits today. Yeah.
Interesting. So you're saying that you're going into your first ever Pep game and you're very confident and have no nerve.
Am I nervous? No. Do I get nervous? No. Right, fam. I think going into this game, there's a strong chance I could win, but there's also a strong chance I could lose. It's all about my mentality going into that game. And if I believe I can win the game, I will win it. So yeah, that's what I have to say to that.
Well, good luck, and we'll see you after the game.
Cheers, mate.
The cog in the tin, and they've won that 2-0, maybe against the run-off play. Yeah, and look at this now, Ronaldo straight away, new season, same shit. He's put them ahead against another debutant in Tigers in the white jersey. Tigers are behind on the 24th minute. Cristiano Ronaldo with a simple finish for him. Look at that combination play. Ronaldo's through left foot volley. Wonderful save by Subotic, who of course Tigers picked up for free. Yeah, Tigers they've not been slow in building their squad. Yep, in the 42th minute, Ronaldo was back in again. Simple left foot finish. He makes it look simple, but maybe it's not. Well, that is it. Be careful with your words, David. Is it simple or is it Ronaldo? Well, week 1 and he's got 2 goals already, and here was a third. It was a hat-trick, and that's a sublime finish. No chance for the keeper. Put in by Eden Hazard, and it's a star-studded front line they have there. But watch this shot by Neymar. My goodness, that surely would have been goal of the season. Look at his facial expression. He knows he's almost done something special there, but he couldn't finish it. And here they come again, already 3-0 up, and it looks like it's going to be a baptism of fires for Tigers until they show the Pep their character, because they were very much outplayed in this game. Here they come again, wave after wave of attack from Zebra Rovers. It's bad, and the Tigers fans must be thinking, what have we got ourselves into joining this pep? Another chance for Zebra squandered from a corner, and now here come Tigers. Life in the old Tiger, yeah, it seems, coming through, and then Motd snatched the goal on the 80th minute, which should have just been a consolation. You'd think that late. Look at the turn, and it's a wonderful finish on the right foot to restore some pride, perhaps, for Telford Tigers. Now, 86 minutes, 6 minutes later, they've scored again. Just watch this now for a great finish there by Jose Halion, who used to play for Boas. Great find by Tigers. They've picked him up for free. I think they've done a good job, you know, David. I think they've... Another chance there for Lewandowski, and God knows, top striker of his quality. I think it's a good save by Subhatic, to be honest with you. Oh, they scored again in injury time. Sanchez cross. Wonderful. That is wonderful play there by Tigers. It's got to be said, they've got no right to get a result here, but they've got 3-3. And that's the fun of the fairly exciting.
Back, obviously, we're here with Zebra. What happened? You're 3-0 up. Somehow Telford came back and got the point with 3-3. What happened out there?
Got nothing to say really. They came back because their system started lagging in the second half, and all their goals were just counter-attacks and lags, and I couldn't highlight my defenders. That simple. The first half was fine and it was super easy. They couldn't deal with us. Second half, near the end, there was lagging, and the scripting always lets, if you know, the team that's losing score their chances near the end. So that was it, really.
So you're blaming lag for your mistakes, and was it just counter attacks that you couldn't figure out? Because surely after 3 you'd work it out.
19 shots to their 5. There's nothing to figure out. Any mistakes? The lag basically meant that when I was passing it, the passing timing was wrong, and when I was highlighting defenders, it wasn't highlighting people. It would highlight them and make them run forward. You'll see on the goals, all their goals, my defenders either ran in the wrong direction, or it's just you. It's purely lag. If you see the first half where there was none, we absolutely destroyed them. They couldn't even touch the ball. It's a joke. It's just a joke. But you know, they got the draw, but they are useless, and without a lagging system, they'll lose 6 or 7-0.
So would you say if there was a clean lag, fresh connection, that the game carried on for the full extent, you would have held your lead or even extended it?
Would have extended it. When you watch the game, you will see there's a time I go through and go with Ronaldo. The system starts lagging and goes slow-mo. I've already pressed shoot, but then when it comes back on, the shot doesn't happen and I get tackled. We probably would have been up 4 or 5-0 in the second half if it wasn't lagging. Like they're nowhere near us. The lag just helped them out at the end, and obviously with scripting, when you get a chance and you're behind, it gives you a goal. 19 shots to 5. That's all I need to say. You'll watch the game and you'll see their goals were all counter attacks, pure lag. That was it. You know, fair play to them. They got a draw out of it where they really were getting battered, and that happens on this game. But they ran away with it. Same thing, which Rangers probably did, but it was purely lag. Like that, we had felt no pressure in the game at all whatsoever.
Well, unlucky, and good luck in your next game.
Cheers, man.
On my back, I'm Telford. I'm sure you're buzzing after getting a result out of that game. 3-0 down and came back to 3-3. How are you feeling?
Well, I mean, could have been better. Maybe defended a bit better. I don't know. But what I'm not going to have is this man saying it was lagging, because personally, I did not experience no lag whatsoever in that game. My man's just saying that because obviously we drew in it. He had 3 goals. Good goals, I'll give him that, yeah. But me too, I took my chances, I was clinical. You're saying 19 shots to 5 shots. Just proves you weren't clinical enough, fam. That's all I'm going to say.
Don't call me fam and don't talk about me in your interview unless you're asked about me. You got lucky, end of story, and next time we'll smash you 7-0, make sure of it.
So you'd say that your strikers were way more clinical than Zebras?
Well, I mean, it might be that because he had 19 shots and 3 goals, and I had 5 shots, 3 goals. I mean, evidence shows for itself, but all I can say is if he wants to say there was lag, I don't think there really was. But yeah, So yeah.
So you say it was luck towards the end of the game then, after being 3-0 down, or do you think it was skill?
I'm not gonna lie, first half, the guy popped me. I had a few chances, first couple of minutes, didn't take them. He popped me though. Yeah, my defending in the first half was dreadful. So second half time, sat there, said to myself, come on man, let's get up to it. Second half came out, defended quite well. If you're saying there's lag, I mean, I didn't experience it, but yeah. And obviously when the chances came, I took them. Callahan, Motd with 2. Good game today.
That was a good game, a very enthusiastic one, and good luck for future games.
Watch the game, you defended worse in the second half than you did in the first. I just didn't score. You defended well. Watch the game, second half you were even worse. Just in the last 5 minutes of the game, you started getting chances because of the lag.
Well, I mean, I didn't experience any lag, so you can't be saying it's lag on my behalf. Maybe you should check your Wi-Fi out.
Don't worry, next time we play you, we'll fucking destroy you because you're useless and you got lucky.
Bro, show some respect, yo. I'm doing my interview, yeah. Did I interrupt you while she was doing yours? There were certain things that you said that I did not agree with it. But did I interrupt it? No, I allowed it, yeah? Allow my interview.
Fuck you. When you watch the video, you'll see the lag.
None of that, lads. Let's just end the interview there.
Cheers, mate.